Hey everybody, good morning. How's everyone doing today? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Great show yesterday. Absolutely loved having Jennifer on. I mean, I think she shed a lot of light on top, and shares a lot of our same frustrations. I think. It was awesome having her on. So let's see who's in here. Debbie was in last night. She said, I'm going to try to find. Let me put my glasses on. I'm going to try very hard to make it on time. Okay, well, you were here last night, so you're the early one. Jesse, you may want to look at the case of little Comrie Holland. I think a month and a half ago, did a show on her, and it was really hard to get through. Monsters, total monsters. Teresa, good morning. Kathy, good morning. Deb, good morning. Fed Up, good morning. Love that name. Melissa, Amy, Just Me. Superior Dreams brought the coffee as usual. Monica, good morning. Hello, Jen. I hope everyone's doing good. Hey, Purple Rain, Preschool Grammy. Jules. There's our friend Kat. Good morning. And as usual, if I miss somebody, I apologize, but I'll catch you through the show. Shannon Georgia Peach, good morning. She said, hello to the Mod Squad. Yep, hello, Mod Squad. Always got to have the Mod Squad. Gaelic Girl, hello. Hello, Ruby. Nano for Life, good morning. Miss K, good morning. Boy, chat's going fast, and I thought I slowed it down. Just when I think I've learned something new, I screw it up, don't I? Katie Bird, good morning. Melissa, good morning. Hope everybody is having a stellar morning. I want to hear all about your Valentine's Day. Hello, ICU. Hi, Serena. I want to hear all about your Valentine's Day. What'd you all do? Hello, Steve. Hey, Eve. That rhymed. Steve and Eve. Mine was very quiet. We actually kind of did ours over the weekend, but my husband is sick. He barely got out of bed yesterday, and he's in bed right now. So if he gets up and you hear me yelling, I'm not yelling at you guys. I'm probably yelling at him. So let's see what our favorite Valentine Kevin's doing. Hello, Valentine.
Good morning, Valentine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I just want to thank you, Brooks, for your channel. I want to say hi to my sister that is listening, and I want to say hi to all of the people in chat, and I hope everybody has an absolutely great day.
Me too. Now, yesterday we jumped right into the show for obvious reasons because we had Jennifer on, who was great. She was great. So today got a little bit of time to catch up. Everyone needs to be reminded that Kevin called the Super Bowl score to a T. Round of applause for Kev. You called it. Rams by 3. You think I'm going to forget that?
Yep, and let's don't forget this. I said the defense will be the major factor in the game. And it was. That was a great, hey, let me say this. This year, the playoff games and the Super Bowl, you witness history. I've been watching football for a long time, and I have never seen playoff games in a Super Bowl like this year that we witnessed. It was absolutely, they were like Hollywood scripts.
I agree. How many times throughout the football seasons, even with college, did we jump on going, my God, that was like it was written by Steven Spielberg or something?
Right. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, those games because normally, and this is true, normally the playoff games a lot of times tend to be blowouts and one-sided. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not this year. It came down to overtimes and the wire and field goals. I mean, you can't get a much better game. Um, and that Super Bowl, I just was so glad. I just think Matt Stafford has paid his dues. I mean, Burrows is very good. And he's going to be good. So, but I
He's
think
got time.
Stafford,
He's
I
got
think
time.
Stafford, he earned it. I mean, I watched him with a lot of people didn't watch. I watched him with the Lions, so
Yep.
I knew what he could do. And when he's under pressure, that's when he's his best.
It's always
And
shocked me that you're not a Lions fan.
I'm a Denver fan. My
Yeah.
son is a Lions diehard,
Okay.
but
Yeah,
I do like
like I said,
Stafford.
I fell asleep after the halftime show, and we can all agree to disagree on it. I thought it was awesome. And when I saw this meme on Sunday, I was like, this is hilarious. If you're stoked about this halftime show, you should probably schedule a colonoscopy tomorrow because that's all about the age we're at that enjoyed it.
Right. I told my sister, I said, "Yep, the halftime show, tits, ass, and prison clothes."
Oh, God.
Oh,
Hang on, I just saw a comment. I'm trying to find it because I'm looking at my phone and the computer. Wolfcat62's mother passed away yesterday.
oh no.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
good. Yeah, that's a bummer. I know, it's, yeah, that sucks when you lose one of your parents.
oh, it's awful. It's
Yeah.
well, I mean, I mean, obviously it's awful because you lost your parent, but then also it's a life changer because you you're kind of face to face with your own mortality.
Yeah, the thing with my mom, I wasn't close to my dad, so I just wasn't. But with my mom, it's like when she passed away, I was like, because I called her every day,
Mhm.
and you miss that. And but I've always said though, as far as being a parent and a grandparent, um, I want to go before my siblings or my spouse. I don't want to be. I just don't want to deal with that.
Mm-mm.
If something ever happened, that your parents aren't supposed to outlive your kids, or um, you, you're just not supposed to outlive I mean, not outlive your parents. And
Yeah,
yeah, it's hard.
My mother died in 2000, and it gets easier, but it's never easy. I guess I don't know another way to say it. And then a friend of ours, he's like a son to me. He grew up with my kids. Lost his mom in April of 2020, and then lost his dad last week.
Oh, that's rough
Yeah.
for sure. But this is my opinion. I do not want to outlive my wife, my grandkids, or my kids. I don't want to outlive them. I just don't. I already lost one, and that was enough.
Yep. And that's something that I just couldn't do. I couldn't handle losing a child.
Oh, it's hard
Just I couldn't.
for sure. It is very hard.
Just could not. Sweet Connie Joe, thank you. Thank you for the super sticker. We love having you here too. Absolutely love it. Well, I really feel bad for wolf cats. So send me an email. If you need to talk, I'll give you my phone number or whatever, because I feel absolutely terrible for you. That is awful. Well,
Yep.
Kat, do you want to get to some comments?
Oh, my favorite part of the day.
I thought your favorite part of the day was the rant.
Well, that too. But yeah, I love comments. I love like I always say, the way people think outside the box. I love it.
Me too. Let's do it.
Do it.
All right. First one, I'm with Jennifer that the prosecutor is not aggressive enough. Like you said, Don even walked out of court with no driver's license or insurance, hopped in his vehicle and drove away. I'm sure they've got enough on Candace to put her in jail for a while. That's probably the best way to get her to talk to someone. Don would be the easiest one to get talking to somebody. He reaches out for attention and acceptance from people all the time. I can't agree with this comment more. We're going to get more into what Jennifer said about the prosecutor because I'm really glad she brought it up. Today is 8 months. Well, almost 8 months because Summer was reported missing at 6:30 in the evening. But today marks 8 months since Summer's been missing. And in that time, the fact that they weren't put in jail for something blows my mind. And we've heard for 8 months, people in comments. I mean, I've seen it in different Facebook groups, comments on this channel, Discord and everything, Ronnie Lawson, TBI, blah, 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 blah. So I was so glad Jennifer brought that up because that DA has probably got evidence stacked up to his eyeballs and is just not confident enough yet to pull the trigger. What do you think, Kev?
Well, in my opinion, I'm glad. Um, look at what happened with Casey Anthony. Um, and we don't, the last thing, in my opinion, that I want, and I know there's a lot of other people feel this way, I don't want a mistrial. I don't want, this to get thrown out because some technicality, because they rushed it. Um, in my opinion, I truly believe they're taking their time for a reason. And I think it's when it comes down to it, they're going to nail their asses, period. That's
Yeah.
what I think.
Because one way or another, directly or indirectly, they are involved. Snow
Exactly. I think the abduction has been proved over and over that it never happened. Okay. So if you don't, if there was no abduction, then it's foul play. So, yeah, when the time's right, they're going to get their asses hemmed.
hemmed up, sewn to the carpet. Sewn to the carpet. And think about this too. We don't know what experience that this prosecutor has. It's a small community. Has he ever even tried a murder case without a body?
I don't know, but that's a great point.
It seems like it's a lot of shoplifting, DUIs, petty theft, drug charges, stuff that he doesn't even really have to put in front of a jury. They plea out and that's it. So
Yeah, I'm sure, in my opinion, I agree. I bet this is probably probably the biggest publicized and the biggest case that this prosecutor's ever had come across his desk.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I'm glad, seriously, I'm glad they're taking their time with this. I really am. Making sure everything is on the up and up. And yeah, finding Summer would be great. But like, we've said and Jennifer said, you don't have to have a body to prosecute someone.
Nope, you don't. But it's very hard to prove a murder or what happened without the body. And all it takes is one person in that box to not be totally convinced. And
Yep, and that's what happens when you rush a case. You
yep.
know, that happens.
Jules said, Brooks, do you think they are keeping eyes on Mandis? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right, so we had another comment. Okay, so yesterday it was brought up about the inappropriate pictures between Candace and Hunter, where they're laying on the bed and she's got her arm over him and stuff like that. So I had a comment yesterday. It's not a photo, it's a screen grab from TikTok, and Candace is already on the bed and Hunter comes in and sits down. They were absolutely not in bed. Oh my God. You know, let's not play semantics. You know it's inappropriate. You know he laid, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Their relationship is extremely inappropriate. She had no reason to be laying on a bed with her arm over him, period.
I wouldn't lay on that bed after I seen Summer's mattress. I wouldn't lay on any bed in that shithole.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No, ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
It is. It's so inappropriate for a grown-ass woman to take a child, in my opinion, a 15-year-old is a kid, and take a child, and and you're in your bedroom on the bed, and he's laying on. That is so inappropriate.
Very inappropriate. So, I mean, everybody has a voice, and I love to hear everyone's comments. Well, some I don't. But, I mean, it's like, no, we're not saying they were under the covers sleeping. Either way, she shouldn't have had her arm on him. She shouldn't have touched him. She shouldn't have been laying on the bed with him. They have an inappropriate relationship.
Period.
Yeah. All right, so here's another comment. Where Dawn and Candace live, there is no fine for neglect over 8, just a smack on the hand. That's why Summer got gone when she was 5. This is not the first time I've heard this, and not just in Tennessee, that neglect of a child over the age of 8, it's really hard to make a criminal case. I don't understand it. I mean, everybody knows I don't agree with the laws for children because I think they should be much, much, much stricter. But like I said, it's not the first time I've heard this, and it actually makes a lot of sense. And it answers some of our questions why people are saying, why is she not in jail for neglect? Well, that could be why. It's just
That's a sad day in America.
Well, it is. I mean, they are in trouble with CPS. I mean, but they're not law enforcement because, I mean, they've had their children removed. So that goes without saying. They definitely are in trouble with that. But, I mean, all they have to do is nothing, which is what they're doing. She's not trying to visit the boys. She's not trying to get them back.
Hell no, that's the last thing she wants is kids. She's already proved that. How many times? 6 that I know of for sure. She's proved it 6 times that she doesn't want kids.
No. She is all by herself now. Well, her and Grandis, she doesn't have Dawn telling her what to do. No kids asking for food or anything like that. She can just do her own thing. Don't think this. The only thing upsetting to Candace right now is worry of what Dawn is going to say in the slammer.
Yeah, money for her drugs and alcohol too. I can't wait till the money dries up. That's what I'm waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see some shit happening then. You watch.
Jules says, I have 3 sons. I'd beat her ass for touching one of them. Me too. Yeah. You can't tell me that Allie's some kind of stellar mother because she's not. She's not. If I had seen that picture of my child, no, I'd have been.
Well, I can tell you right now, that shit wouldn't happen on my watch. Not a chance.
Smooth Tennessee.
That is so inappropriate.
Smooth Tennessee Whiskey wants you to move to Tennessee and run for sheriff, Kevin. I agree.
Okay. Boy, yeah, there's so many laws that need to be I don't know what reconstructed, new laws made. Um, it's just it's an epidemic in this country. Children that are molested, murdered, um, got gone by the hands of their parents.
Hmm.
It's a sad day. I mean, seriously. Um, if you touch a kid, that should be it. You're done.
Done.
Cancel Christmas. You're out of here. You know,
You don't belong in society.
no, you don't. Period. That's my opinion.
All right, then here's another comment. Maybe Candace wouldn't be abducted per se, but I can see where people who believe she did something might pose a threat to her. Vigilante justice kind of thing. But I mean, they've had 8 months. I get what you're saying. They've had 8 months, and nobody has really been. I mean, I don't think that there's a threat to Candace. I'm just going to put it that way. I don't want anything to happen to her, not because I care about Candace, but because we know that she knows a lot more about June 15th than what she's telling us and what led up to it.
Well, in my opinion, somebody's going to open their trap down the road here if they're not arrested before that happens. Um, like I said, on a live, the worst thing you could do is send them money, period. They need to be as miserable as possible, and then just maybe we'll get some kind of an answer from them. Make their lives hell. Um, but if she has money and she can drink and drug and do whatever she wants to do, I don't see a whole lot changing, and that's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And the final comment. Can you imagine how mad Don is knowing Candace is free to enjoy her cigarettes, alcohol, and drugs while he is being deprived of all of that? Don may very well run his mouth on Candace. Woo, boy. The resentment that he has right now, sitting in jail, knowing she's in the house. Grandis, has already, gathered up her rebel hats and her t-shirts and has moved in. And he's sitting there. I think that resentment is really going to be tearing a hole in his stomach. What you think, Kev? What do you all
Yeah,
think?
I agree with that. I'll bet you his ass is scorching right now over that. That she is out free willy nilly, getting high, getting drunk, doing what she wants to do, eating what she wants to eat, do whatever, and his ass is sitting there in segregated from everybody else without cigarettes, without alcohol. I'll bet you he's madder than a damn cat.
Oh, yeah. But now it's been over a week since he's been in jail. So he's pretty dried out now, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is when the resentment's going to start soaking in, and he's going to be all kinds of pissed.
Well, from what I've experienced, in my opinion, is that when you go through withdrawals, you feel like shit for about 3 to 4 weeks. You do not feel good. Your body is going through a huge change, and you're tired. You don't feel like eating. It's not a fun place to be. Period. Granted, your choices put you there, so there's no one to blame but yourself. But I imagine right now that he is one miserable individual. Period.
Oh, yeah. Big T's mom said, I said it before, Don will save his land before he will save Candace. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to sit there and he is going to really think about how effed his life is, and who's he going to blame? Candace.
And you know what? That I just thought about. If he doesn't do what we think or whatever, then he's involved too. Period. If he doesn't open his trap, Don Wells is involved in this, folks, 100%, because it's going to come to a point where whoever isn't involved or the main whatever, they're going to, in my opinion, somebody's going to snitch. And yeah,
But you're
but
right.
if
But
he,
if they don't, it's because they can't. It's kind of like we've been talking about.
exactly,
It's like kind of what we've been talking about with Kayla and Adam. Why aren't they talking? Well, they can't.
huh, they
So if
can't.
he says nothing, that says everything.
Yeah, that's going to be such a that's going to be a huge red flag if he doesn't say anything. Don or Candace. Okay, let's pretend Don is the guilty one. I mean, we don't know who, but if somebody doesn't open their trap in the next months, if that's what it comes down to, then everybody's got dirt on each other. Period. Yep.
Oh, they do. Yep. What do
Hmm.
they say? Silence speaks 1,000 words. It does. Oh,
I think they're all involved, in my
some people,
opinion.
some people in chat are saying they're smoking a cigarette for Don right now. That's awesome.
Yeah, you know another thing, that's a great point. He can't listen to YouTube either. Oh, I bet you that is driving him insane.
Oh, you know it is because the attention.
Yep.
He loved the attention. And that is something with them, him, not so much them, because Candace doesn't. Candace did not, no.
And the
And
other
that's
thing,
something that's always really gotten me. How can you be involved in your daughter's disappearance and yet you make yourself so available on social media? Sorry, Kevin, go ahead.
no, he's such a narcissist. You know damn good and well it's driving him insane that he's not in control. He is absolutely, I'll bet you he is spitting mad. He's sick. He doesn't feel good. He wants to smoke. I mean, his life right now is, the definition is turmoil. But if he doesn't say nothing, I'm telling you right now, this man is involved in doing this shit.
If
Yep.
he doesn't say anything, you're right.
Yep. If he doesn't say a word, that's going to tell you exactly where about that old boy.
I agree. So, like I said, it's been 8 months roughly. 8 months ago today is when they had just kind of started on their day, I guess. They had, dropped Grandis off at the doctor, already went to pick up Hunter, the whole 9 yards. But of course, we know what happened later in the afternoon. Well, we don't know, but that's when Summer went missing. So I was going to go through the first update that TBI gave us, and that was on the 16th. And let's compare what they told us on the 16th to where we are now. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah, I was born ready.
Oh, you were? Cool.
Yes, ma'am.
Amber Alert. She was last seen outside of her home in the 100 block of Ben Hill.
Okay, I'm already having to stop it. She was last seen outside of her home. So they were told this. They were told that she was seen outside of her house. Where did the abducted from the basement story come from?
Oh, great point.
Already, we were being screwed with on the 16th. Now, I don't mean by Leslie. I don't mean by the TBI. I don't mean by Lawson. That's what they were told. She was seen outside of the house. As we know, the story dramatically changed. What do you think about that, Kev?
Oh, that's a great point. I never even caught that. See, that's the thing. You go back and watch all these videos. I swear to God, every time you come up with you catch something else. Yeah, that is a great point. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, what about their lie about the abductor taking her from the basement? Well, right here they're telling you, nope, she was outside.
Yep, that's what they told him.
Exactly.
She was seen outside the house.
Hmm.
I would like to know who saw her. Candace, Grandis, the boys. She was last seen outside of her house.
Or Don, because I don't believe he was at work all day either. So that's my opinion.
No. So,
Yeah,
and then of course, we change it to Candace was doing dishes and Summer walked out the back door. And then we get the most insane story that she was in the dungeon. No one can get in or out, that she was taken from there because she was down in that damp dungeon playing by herself.
Well, it's a great observation, Brooks, that you just made. That's a great point. It really is. That just goes to show you there another lie. Yeah. Every time we watch these videos, you come up with something else that you catch. That it's unbelievable. You can watch them 100 times.
I know, you catch something every time. I mean, and the most information you're going to get, not just this case, but any case, is from the beginning. It was funny yesterday in comments on the channel. I just love stuff like this. Some name I didn't even recognize goes, "There's the replay queen at it again." I'm like, dude, the first couple of days is the most important in any of these cases. That's what we dissect. You know?
Exactly. Yep. But that's a great catch, Brooks. Good job.
Danny Brooks, I think this was deliberate, just like they called hours after home with no activity accounting for 2 hours. It's intentional. It's intentional misinformation. You're right. You're right.
Deflection.
Yeah. She was last seen outside her home. Well, we know Leslie didn't see her outside her home. That's what she was told. And that's what they're going off of, is what these idiots are telling her.
Road, which is located in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. A family member reported her missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 Tuesday evening. At the time she went missing.
Now, I still want to know, she says, a family member. Both Dawn and Candace said they called. So I'm wondering which one she's referring to. She must not know at this point, because remember, this isn't even 24 hours. She must not have known there was 2 911 calls. She said a family member, and we know that 2 people called.
Summer was reportedly wearing a gray pants and a pink shirt.
Okay, gray pants and a pink shirt. Then Candace said she was wearing shorts. Now, mind you, this is not even a day after. This is not even 24 hours. Gray pants and a pink shirt. Sounds like the track outfit to me. But then later, Candace said she was wearing shorts. What do you think of that, Kev?
I don't know. That's very interesting because, in my opinion, I think Summer is in that tracksuit. Wherever Summer is, she was in that tracksuit that she had on in the milk jug photo.
Mm-hmm.
But then, Candace switches it up. I don't know. Maybe Candace was telling the wrong thing to mislead them what to look for. Now, I'm not saying, obviously, if you find Summer and she's got those clothes on, I mean, what I'm saying is maybe Candace was trying to misdirect them with clothing. I don't know. But maybe she didn't want them, she tells them something else because she didn't want them to be looking for another color, or I don't know. But there's something very suspicious about it. That's for damn sure.
Well, yeah. You don't even know what she was wearing, but the
Right.
thing is, she knew what she was wearing.
Of course she did. She's in them clothes that was in that milk jug video, in my opinion.
Yeah, probably not the jacket. So that's what they were told. But then later, we know that Candace said she had on shorts. She had said purple shorts, and then she said gray shorts and a pink shirt. The pink shirt seems to not change. Big T said, in my opinion, I think they tried to confuse the LE. They absolutely did. Hell, this is 8 months later, and we're all still confused. These people are nuts.
That's exactly what they were doing, trying to confuse Ellie. Exactly. That was a great point.
She is believed to be barefoot.
Again, She's believed to be barefoot. Now, that's one thing that she has stayed consistent with. She was barefoot. How far are you going to get away barefoot? They talk about the terrain, rocks, gravel, sticks. How far are you going to get barefoot? She's a tiny little girl.
We do want to encourage the public, especially residents living in the area of Ben Hill Road, to check any trail cameras or security cameras that they might have that could have captured Summer on video or in photographs. We also encourage residents to check any crawl spaces, outbuildings, or sheds that would make for a good hiding place.
And 8 months later, they're still asking people to search their property. I think the last I heard was Lawson saying a swatch of clothing, anything. But they have never given up that she is somewhere in that area.
As we mentioned, the search is ongoing. There are a number of agencies involved. I'm going to turn it over to Sheriff Ronnie Lawson to talk more about the search and the conditions that authorities are up against. Sheriff?
Thank you. It's been a very intense 21 hours. A lot of searching, a lot of investigation by 19 different agencies. Last night, we had approximately 60 to 80 people searching in the woods.
So I think we can give up on that she wandered off. 19 agencies, 60 to 80 people overnight searching in the woods.
Yeah. You know what? Every time I look at Ronnie Lawson, he does not look like the kind of dude to me that likes bullshit. He just doesn't. He looks like he is just business. And that's just my opinion of Ronnie Lawson. I have nothing against that man. I think he's working super hard to find Summer. But he just comes across as he's just a no bullshit kind of guy, in my opinion.
I think he is annoyed as hell.
Yeah.
Because you can't tell me, and I think we discussed this very, very early on. Not saying this dude's my favorite person in the world by any means. There's a lot there to be desired. He knew right off the bat, and I think they all did, that they were being lied to. So they're chasing freaking lies. And that's got to be so frustrating to people that are trying to find a child.
Yeah. How'd you like to go to work every day knowing, about Summer and stuff, and then all these lies and shit? You'd be like so damn sick and tired of all the bullshit, right? In the shit show. But in my opinion, Ronnie Lawson is doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's just my opinion. I think he wants justice for Summer too, period.
Oh, he's got everybody in the freaking state breathing down his neck. You know he wants this done. It still blows me away that we're at 8 months and we have no resolve,
Yes, ma'am. I do know. It seems like, it's really easy to go, yeah, it's been 8 months. They're never going to find Summer, They're getting away with it. It's been too long. They don't have no evidence. Bullshit. The FBI and okay, let's just throw Ronnie Lawson out of the mix. But the TBI and the FBI, I guarantee you they want their man. That's what they live for. And they're sick of this bullshit, I bet.
Yeah, and I was going to address a comment. I meant to put it on the screen, and I didn't catch it in time. I'm sorry. And this has been brought up over and over and over, and it's fine. It's fine. It needs to be addressed. When Don is telling people that he is an informant for them, remember, it's opposite day. No informant is going to tell people they're an informant. And again, it's just Don lying. Don is lying. He has seen that in comments on Facebook, people saying, oh, I bet he's an informant, and that's why they're not doing anything. So what does he do? Well, I'm an informant.
Yep. He does that. Don was, he's in jail now, so he can't do it, but he did that constantly. Somebody would bring up a theory, and that's what Don would run with. And that right there, if she was abducted, why would he even do that? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and you're right. It's deflection, and it's always opposite day with them.
Mhm.
Always.
Well, and also, I mean, Dawn has reminded us many times she's never going to be found. Well, guess what? We had an FBI agent on yesterday saying they don't need a body, but they need a lot of time.
Yeah, that's the one thing that
To
you
put it
know, in my
together.
opinion, that bugs me is that Don, Candace, and Grandis, they know Summer cannot physically be found. And that right there, because of how cocky and stuff they are, that's the one thing in the back of my mind that bugs me sometimes.
Yep. And some prosecutors are fast to do it and some not. So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes or how many people are really involved. Hello,
But
Amber.
With a number of law enforcement officers doing an investigation also. Today, we've had over 100 people in the woods searching throughout the whole region. We also have agents with the TBI and the FBI assisting my office. Are we jointly investigating this whole circumstance? Our main goal is to find Summer and find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching, and we just appreciate everybody. Their contributions has been a tremendous outpour.
Hang on. What'd he say? He's such a.
Our main
yeah,
goal is to find.
What's that, Kevin? What'd you catch?
no, I caught. He said, damn it. He said we don't need nobody. What does that tell you? Right there.
Well,
We don't.
that was the weirdest thing. He said that from the beginning. They didn't want volunteers out.
Right.
And they explained because of the cell service, they had to put towers in and stuff. They said, we don't want to have to be looking for them and Summer. So we just want the professionals doing it.
Yeah, I kind of also, in my opinion, is he say, how do I need to word this? Damn it. By him saying we don't need anybody, maybe they don't. Maybe their evidence is telling them that they don't need a bunch of people searching because they've got a grid. I mean, that right there tells me, one, what you just said, and two, maybe they don't. We don't know what they know, but
But remember, he also was begging people and still
yeah,
is
yep.
search your property. Search your property. Anyone in that area, search your property.
And really what it comes down to is, in my opinion, this has always been a recovery, not a search. I think from day two, this has been a recovery. Yep. I don't think they're looking, I hate to say this, but I don't think they're looking for a live person, period. They never have, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't. I think it's always been a recovery mission.
Oh, I think by the next morning they realized it was.
Yeah, by the next morning, yep. Or a few hours.
They already had the FBI there. They'd already informed the TBI.
Yep.
They were trying to rule out an abduction. Of course, he said they were searching all night long, if she wandered off. So we know she wasn't abducted. She couldn't have wandered off because she couldn't have gotten that far.
Nope. And I know something, in my opinion, I don't think Summer would have ever left that area, that big ass yard. I just don't.
According to her,
she would have done it before. Kids are like that. This would not. Summer was 5 years old, and damn good and well they let their kids run like wild animals, which is fine. Kids should be able to go outside and play. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is they weren't helicopter parents. They could have cared less where their kids were in the yard. And I just don't think Summer would just get up and take off. I think she had done it before she was 5 years old. I don't think she ever left. In fact, I don't think she ever made it home, but that's my opinion.
Maybe pulled in the driveway, dropped off
Yeah,
grapes, and left again.
that's about it.
Because a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, the boys are going to solve it."
Mm-mm.
The boys haven't obviously. I don't think the boys saw her.
I don't either. I never believed that in the distance day when I first heard it. I don't think those boys ever paid. They were busy playing games. I'm sure you know how kids are when they're on Nintendo Switch, whatever, Xbox, social media, phones. Their attention is focused on what they're doing. They're not worried about if Summer went down to the damn basement. Yeah, I don't think the boys ever seen her either. Period. Nope.
Yep. No, I don't think they saw her. Just personally, I
Mm-mm.
don't. Man, chat's moving fast. Like I said, the minute I think I figured something out, I didn't. Way to go, Brooks.
Find Summer and find her safe. We have plenty of help. We don't need any assistance from the local people. We have the professional people out searching, and we just appreciate everybody, their contributions. It's been a tremendous outpour from the community with the water, the food, and the snacks. It's just overwhelming, and it's a very intense investigation. I know the public needs to know things, but it's ongoing, and we will release things as we can when we can.
Now, mind you, this isn't even 24 hours after she went missing. This old dude didn't know what the hell was about to hit him.
Mm-mm. You know,
He
the
had
other thing,
no idea what was about to hit.
the other thing that's ironic is Ronnie Lawson's thanking the searchers and everybody. What did Don and Candace do? They threw him under the bus, right?
Dawn
Yeah.
came on Father's Day and was thanking
Yep.
them. Candace
Yeah,
never said a word.
But then what did Don say after that? He threw Dave Rader under the bus.
Yeah, that was later. I don't know what happened
Yeah.
to Don.
Yeah.
When he first talked to Jeff Bobo and when he first talked to WJHL, I don't know. It'll never make sense to me until all of this comes out.
Yep. In my opinion, that's when Don found out what happened when he did the 180, right? He went from one to being apologetic and everything, and then the next time they interviewed him, he was totally a different person. I think that's when Mr. Wells found out. I think that's when him, Candace, and Grandis all did some talking.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's my opinion.
Yeah, something happened.
Yes, it did. Period.
Yeah, chat's moving fast, guys. So if you get timed out or something like that, it's more than likely a mistake, okay? Because I'm looking right now. I've got my phone open, and it looks like Danny got hidden, and that had to be a mistake because I can see what was supposed to be hidden. So, Danny, you didn't do nothing wrong. You didn't do nothing wrong.
It happens sometimes when chat's moving so fast, just don't crucify us because we are human. We do make mistakes.
Right.
Period. And the only way you're going to get kicked out of here is if you're a complete, I don't know the word to even use. If you're defending SA or the Wells or, I don't think you're going to last long, but
You're just
for
not
the
going to
most,
want to be here if you're defending the Wells. That's what I
exactly.
tell people. You're just not going to be comfortable here. Nah, it takes a lot to get thrown out of here.
It does.
Takes a lot. Donna said, love your channel. Love you, Donna. It takes a lot.
Our main goal right now is to find Summer.
We'll take a couple of questions. Keep in mind, we can't discuss specifics of the investigation.
Okay, so like I said, not even 24 hours. They were already saying we are not going to discuss specifics of the investigation. Right there, not even 24 hours. Why is it an investigation if she wandered off in the woods?
Oh, another great point. Sparky, you're on fire.
Oh, I must have gotten some good sleep last night.
I guess so. Yeah, you've made two great points and observations, in my opinion.
Well, thank you. Well, and look at Cue Ball's face right there. He's shitting his britches. He's
Mhm.
got the TBI and the FBI in his backyard. He's not wanting this. He's not wanting this.
I guarantee you, Ronnie Lawson wants justice.
He
I
wants this
guarantee.
to go away. Yeah, he wants to find Summer, obviously, but he didn't even realize on this day what was about to hit him. Remember, we're going back.
Yeah, can you imagine? Look at all this stuff. Oh, yeah, you're right. He has no idea what's about to unfold. None of us did.
Mm-hmm. I think that was one of the very first things I said when I did the show on the 16th. I'm like, I think we can give up her wandering off in the woods. They're already saying it's an investigation.
It's very dense. The terrain is tremendously hard. Firstly, no cell phone service. The radio system we use, which is not that good, we have very little radio communication. We do have several command posts setting up, but what makes it so hard is the communication between the boots on the ground, searching the woods, and different agencies and officers, and it's very hard to communicate. And we're not like you're in these small towns or in towns where you got a lot of cell service, and just for instance, when we get texts from the media, you may text, we may get it an hour later, and we have no way to reply to it. The same way with officers, and the ECOM Central Dispatch has done an excellent job. TBI has their command post. It should arrive soon, and we're going to continue on until we find Summer and put this case to rest.
Do you believe there was foul play involved? Is there any history of this family?
The family are cooperating, and it's really too early to tell. We're still just basic.
So right there, she asked him, do you think there's foul play? And he says the family are cooperating, which they were, but little did he know they were giving the wrong information to him. And it's too early to tell.
And also, with the cell phone coverage, as far as going back and get digital evidence with pings and all that, that has to be a nightmare. To try to figure out all the pings from the phones when you don't have great coverage. That would take a long time to try to find all that, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's sitting there talking because it's like I said, this is real life. This is like within 24 hours, and he's explaining the day after that they're having a lot of issues because of the service out there.
Yep.
So again, we see this. So now you're right. And then they said, do you suspect foul play? He doesn't really say anything, but he says they're cooperating. Little did he say, at that time, he didn't know what they're being told is BS. BS. BS.
Right, because otherwise he would have said, yep, the parents are cooperating. They are distraught. They are, da-da-da-da-da-da. No, you don't hear none of that at all. I agree, Brooks. It's great, great, great.
Judy, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We love you guys being here. Yeah, this dude has just been hit by a freight train. He doesn't know what the hell to do.
We just gathering information, and we're in the search mode right now.
Okay, so they're asking about an Amber Alert. Lawson just says we're in search mode right now. I guess he missed what Leslie said. We can't answer questions about the investigation.
Sure. After the initial search and as we developed more information as part of the investigation, our team made the decision to elevate the alert to an Amber. An endangered child alert is a mid-level alert where a child could potentially be in danger. An Amber alert is, we issue those when we believe a child is in imminent danger of bodily harm.
Well,
excuse me, didn't mean to cough in your ear. All right. Angel, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. So she's explaining that it went from endangered, which would mean she's lost in the woods, to an Amber Alert. Something told them very, very early on that things are not looking kosher. Do you agree, Kevin?
100%. Another great point, Brooks. You're on fire. Um, yeah, that is, in my opinion. Now, I have been not been in the true crime community as long as you have, or even people in chat. But the thing of it is, for her to say that only on hours after Summer went disappearing, that they that right there is very telling to me that it's foul play. Period.
Well, and Danny said, I never understood why they did an Amber Alert. If they ruled out an abduction, it wouldn't qualify. I don't know their qualifications in Tennessee. I know in my state, it wouldn't be an Amber Alert. It wouldn't be an Amber Alert here. It wouldn't. So I know every state is different. I mean, Michael, every state's different. So I don't know, but something wasn't smelling good in the hood very early on. Because, like I said, this is the first conference they had about Summer being missing.
And this is only what, hours, right?
Yeah, this is like the next afternoon.
Yeah, this is so telling.
6:30 p.m. and this is them the next day, and you can't tell me that Leslie doesn't look concerned. You can't tell me. I don't know the woman, but she looks concerned.
Or death, and it's the most severe alert.
It appeared to me that she walked away from her home. Why was it upgraded to an Amber Alert?
Well, the bottom line is we don't know.
Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear the reporter, but they said if she was seen outside her home and basically walked away, is what she's saying. Why is there an Amber Alert? Look at what Leslie says. She's explaining if she was seen outside of her home and basically wandered off in the woods, why is there an Amber Alert? Watch what she says.
Where she is at this time. Again, there was the initial search. We acted, and the sheriff's office acted on the information available at the time. And as we learned more in the first several hours into today, it led us to issue an Amber Alert.
As we learned more in the first several hours and into today, we made it an Amber Alert. Do you know what they learned in those first several hours? They weren't being told the truth.
Yep, that is so telling right there, for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're not buying the bullshit.
Right there, look at her face. What we discovered in the first few hours.
Yeah, they're not buying the bullshit that Don, Candace, and Grandis are trying to sell. Period. They weren't buying it hours after Summer went missing.
I'm going to play that again. This is really important that she says this.
Again, there was the initial search. We acted, and the sheriff's office acted on the information available at the time. And as we learned more in the first...
The information available at the time, which came from them, they acted on the information available at the time. It came from them. Now listen.
Several hours into today, it led us to issue an Amber Alert.
Thank you.
Boom.
I can't, as part of the investigation.
So the reporter, you can barely hear him. He's very faint. He's asking her what led them to believe it was an Amber Alert. And she said, I can't expand on that. It's part of the investigation.
If they see something or know something, they need to tell somebody. That's the biggest thing. A lot of people don't want to get involved. They want to reply to us or respond. And honestly, that's fine. As long as we find Summer, that's the main thing right now. And we're talking about the Amber Alert. If they raise that up another level, that helps more people paying more attention. You get more clues, you get more calls, and and then everybody can call that 1-800-TBI find. It all goes into a database, which helps us in an area where we don't have a lot of communication anyway. So TBI helps us with that.
The FBI was called in fairly early. Can you kind of explain why that isn't in his name?
Well, we have an excellent relationship working together, and just like if this case stems outside of Hawkins County, then you have the TBI to help with that. But if it expands on out past the state of Tennessee, then you got the FBI. So we're all on the same page, and we just keep on going. We're just working together as a team. All have the same goal. Let's find Summer.
One more question.
Can you expand on maybe just the area where you guys are searching? Maybe if people see something in a certain area, they should be on the heightened alert for that certain area or what is happening.
Now, look, he's looking around because he doesn't know how to answer the question. He was like, why are you focusing on a certain area? He's looking around like, I can't answer this.
Well, the train stuff, just like you see here, this is what people are searching in. But if they seen something yesterday evening or afternoon that we need to know, that's when they need to make the call or come by the command post.
Kind of landmarks in sort of an area
Just around Ben Hill Road in that area. That's the main, because she's 5 years old and she left the house. And evidently, she got a little farther than they expected.
That's what they were told. That's what they were told originally. Remember, this isn't even 24 hours. She left the house and got a little further than expected. But you called 911 and said you were on a walk or a run. You came back 10 minutes later, she was gone. Then we hear she snatched out of the basement. Then we hear you're doing dishes. I guess we can understand why we're sitting here at 8 months today, right?
Exactly. You know, and the lack of witnesses. Well, you're not going to get any credible information that of anyone that was friends with or around the Wells. Yeah, we've seen what kind of friends they had.
Gotta be a friend to have a friend. That's the truth. And they aren't.
Do you have any idea how much territory your volunteers and searchers are covering?
A lot. We have so many out there that they've broadened the scope. Plus, we've been able to utilize aircraft. GHB's been wonderful with their helicopter and the medical helicopters.
They had all the equipment out there. And what
did Don do? He bitched about the helicopters keeping him up at night.
Yep, he did say that a couple weeks later. What was Candace doing? In her house trying on hats on Snapchat with Allie.
THP's flare at night. They've been flying today, and it's just outstanding how the community's come to help us, plus all the different resource agencies and the rescue squads and EMSs and all the law enforcement. And we just hope that we have a great result when we find Summer.
At this time, we're following up on any and all leads. Again, thank you for being here. We encourage the public to call in any credible information to 1-800-TBI-FIND, and we continue to hold out hope for the best possible outcome. Thank you.
All right. And to this day, they're still saying they want credible information. Credible information. Credible, credible, credible. Right, Kev? That has
Yes, ma'am.
We want credible. And you know, and by the way, to the locals that live there, and obviously you got to live there to be a local. The way that the community stepped up. I mean, I know one lady who's in our chat. She may not be in here right now, and she loaded up her Tahoe. She went to Sam's Club. She got water, beef jerky, granola, all of this stuff, taking it to the command center. People putting up flyers, doing all of these things while the parents did nothing.
The only thing they did was get drunk, high, and create shit show. Deflection, opposite. That's all they've done. They have not done one thing to find their daughter at all. Not one. Not a flyer. Not nothing.
But you know
that right there.
But you know that Mom Patrol shirt really helped, right, Kev?
Yeah, and the cross that she was wearing too. That thing would have burned a hole through her chest.
Good night, Owl. Thank you for becoming a YouTube member. Who is ready for Kevin's daily rant?
Bring it.
Bring it. I love when you say that. Bring it.
Oh, bullshit. All right, today my rant's about being married for years and years and years. um, when you've been married so long, it's so funny. You get to know each other so well. Um, and like when you're doing, and people that have been married for a long time are really going to relate to this, I think. Um, and I'll speak for myself, like when I'm doing projects, around the house. Well, it's pretty funny. All of a sudden, my wife becomes an electrician, a plumber, a carpenter, and tells me how to do a job that I did for a living. And I just, it happens so much, and I find it so absolutely hilarious. Um, or when I'm driving, my wife should just be the cruise control. I don't need one on the car. Oh, you're going too fast. You're going too slow. Watch out. And it's like, I've been driving a little longer than you even, and I'm not blind. Um, or a lot of people, some people say, oh, well, marriage is, just a walk in the park. Yeah, Jurassic Park. Um, it, and then what's another thing that I was thinking about? We both said I do when we got married, right? Everybody says that. Well, I do. Um, and the thing of it is we haven't agreed on a single thing since. It's I'm cracking myself up here. Um, Another thing is with wedding rings. Um, you know, you need to wear one when you're married. In the business I was in, I didn't wear a wedding ring because it can get caught in a saw. It could get caught. You just don't. It's not good to wear them in construction. You can rip your finger off. But actually, a wedding ring is actually, in my opinion, the smallest handcuff ever made. So choose your mate wisely, people. um, Another thing is marriage. You're supposed is a give and take, right? Um, you better give it to her, or she will take it away. um, what was another one I thought of? Let's see. Oh, one. I was doing a TV antenna, and I'm up on the roof, right? And this happens a lot. And I'm turning the damn thing to get reception, and it's like, is that good? Or, yeah, yeah, what? You know, we went back and forth. I'll bet you for an hour on just turning the damn TV antenna because she wouldn't say, a little more that way or that. Yeah, no, yeah. And what was a couple of the other things I had written down? Here's one, when you get that look, right? You can always tell shit's about ready to hit the fan when you get the look. And I know people that are in chat, right? They understand what I'm saying about the look. It's like, my God, if they were daggers, I'd be dead. You know. What was it? Me and my wife, we always compromise, right? You always compromise with your spouse. And, you know, and we compromise, and I admit I'm wrong, and she agrees every time. Um, and a couple more here. Uh, yeah, do not, okay, listen, people, do not do what you want, okay? Stand still, don't even blink, don't answer, don't even breathe, just play dead. There's times when you're better off not even opening your mouth, period. And then my last point and the final conclusion here is, the honeymoon's over when your wife takes a crap in the bathroom and you're in there taking a shower or something, because that don't fly when you're dating. But after you get married and the wife comes in there and does her business, your honeymoon's over, period. And the other thing is, after you've been married so long, for me, I'd rather fish than, what the word is. But anyway, that's my rant for the day.
How warm is your doghouse, Kevin? Do you have extra blankets in the house? I might need to be talking to Miss B today and give her a warning for when she comes.
Yep, the honeymoon's over.
Very, very funny. And you know what? You're actually right about the whole bathroom situation.
God, that makes me.
A lot of men don't even realize that women go number 2 till after they get married.
Exactly. The honeymoon's over when your wife takes a crap and you're in there. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I hope that was funny.
Mrs. B's gonna love this.
Oh yeah, right. But it's so true, isn't it? Like the look. When you get that look. And women are great at it.
My husband knows that look. My husband's been
sick
for 2 days. And every time I go in there to check on him, I'm like, dude, I could mow the yard, clean the house, and go to work with your fever, but okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's another thing. Women, I say, men are wussies compared to women, right?
Absolutely.
Women are tough. They are tough.
We gotta be. We gotta put up with you guys. You are very brave, Kevin. You are so outnumbered in here, and you're telling it like it is. Does everyone feel sorry for Kevin, what he goes through?
Hell no. No.
But what's funny is every woman in here knows the look. We actually, we're actually on the side in grade school, and we're taught how to do it. You probably don't know that.
And girls, like in school, they're the meanest. I mean, they're like, guys will get into it with another guy, and they'll either have a little fist fight or wrestle to the ground or whatever, But women are like, let's pick on her for the day. Let's make this girl's life miserable in school. I've raised boy and a girl, and I've seen many kids raised, and I raised grandkids, and women can be the meanest creatures on earth, period. Women, you don't want to mess with an angry woman, especially a wife.
I've got an entire group of them here. Are you okay there, buddy? Are you wanting to? What are you wanting?
That's why I did the rant. Yeah, that's why I did it, because
hilarious. It's like you and I were talking about Valentine's, and your grandson was doing all his Valentine's to give at school and stuff like that. And I remembered when I was a little girl, and man, giving out those Valentines, that was a big deal to me, because I'd be like, no,
not today.
This girl's gonna get sleepy Smurf because I don't like her, and this one's gonna get a big sticker because I do like her.
Yeah, but then on the other hand, women are some of the most compassionate people on earth. So, I do it all in fun. And you'll never guess what I'm seeing right now. What? A cat chased a squirrel across my neighbor's roof, and the cat is on the roof.
Dear God, you have a lot going on.
Yes, I do.
You're going to get to see a lot of wildlife tonight. Like Pat said, you're going to be sleeping with the squirrels.
Yeah, I'll be out there in the squirrel nest freezing after that rant. But it's so true.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
Eh, And the thing with the TV antenna, that drove me absolutely insane. You know, okay, I moved it a little more this way. Does that work? Nah. You know, well, which way? Yeah. Oh, I remember one time me and my wife, over a stupid TV antenna. But you look back on it, it is funny, but at the time it wasn't. And it's just,
It
marriage
is
is such
funny that,
a.
like, years later, you laugh at your arguments. My husband's
Hmm.
biggest thing with me is that I bring up stuff from like 5 years ago. And he was like,
Yeah.
why did you just bring that back up?
Oh, another thing women are better at is remembering dates. I am terrible at birthdays or anniversary. I still don't know what day I got married on. Seriously, I'm not joking. I am terrible with dates, but women, man, they can remember. Jesus, somebody's
Dude,
birthday.
dude, here's a clue. We remember everything. You don't have a
Yes, you
chance.
do.
You don't have a chance.
And that's a fact.
Lavender Moon, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm
But you
gonna
know what?
what?
All in all, what a sad day. 8 months. You know,
Terribly sad, terribly sad. And
it
I'm glad
is.
that we got to see the very first update from TBI. Yes, I know I've shown it before, but
And you did a great job.
but we look where we're at now and where they were, and I'm gonna watch it again today. Actually, we've got 2 shows tomorrow, so I'm gonna watch this again today and then get ready for the 2 shows tomorrow. But when you're listening to what they say, and especially when Leslie says what we found out, in the first few hours made us escalate it to an Amber Alert. That's all I
Hmm.
need to know.
Yeah, you brought up three great points today that, and then the one was that I didn't even think about, and this was only hours after Summer was reported missing. They were already, we ain't buying this. Nope.
No,
And you did a good job. I never caught that. Yeah, that was a great catch, Brooks. And I'm
yeah,
not just saying that because me and you are on this channel at all. That was a great catch. I never caught that. And, you know,
we all bounce off each other.
yep. And chat, they always bring it home, in comments and stuff. So it's great. I mean,
Great community, great chat. We couldn't be luckier. We have amazing people.
we are blessed.
I'm going to play a video for Summer. This is 8 months. So I put a little video together and then I'm going to start winding down the show. Is that okay with you, lover boy?
Yes, ma'am. Sparky.
Uh, I really want to know, do you have enough blankets and everything? Because I know where you're heading tonight.
Oh, yeah, I might be in trouble, right?
Nah,
Nah.
all in good fun. That is so difficult, and it's so hard to believe that 8 months has passed.
Yeah, those pictures break my heart,
Me too.
especially the one of the aquarium. That picture to me is so disturbing. Um, and even my sister last night told me, she goes, I laid, looked at all the pictures of Summer, and she goes, it is absolutely alarming the the way she what's the word? The way her health and her appearance just disintegrated, you know. And it was so, in my opinion, it's so obvious that it shows the abuse and the neglect to that little girl. And it's heartbreaking. It really is.
Crying out for love, crying out for acceptance from her.
And why did they always take pictures of her in her worst moments of being scared? Um, I don't get that, man.
Candace
Um,
really seemed to enjoy those moments.
yeah, she does.
And it's
Why?
always really bothered me. I mean, do I have pictures of my kids pouting and stuff like that? Yeah, but I mean, that's not the only pictures I have. And it's usually like, oh, he was pouting because, I wouldn't let him have his fifth popsicle or something like that. She really enjoyed the torment because she did not
Yeah,
treat the boys that way. Not that she was a great mother to the boys.
right. But like some of these pictures, I mean, Summer actually looks, I don't want to say terrified, but like something, whatever was behind that picture was not good, I don't think. Um, I just don't. And with her appearance, the way it digressed,
Mhm.
um, it's heartbreaking, and it's so very telling about the abuse and the neglect. They didn't even comb her dang hair. I mean, come on.
Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Um,
That's sad.
it's disgusting and it's disturbing. And I am
Yeah.
really, really glad that, I mean, not glad that it's 8 months since Summer's been missing at all, but that we could look at the first TBI interview and we can see how the train was already rolling. We didn't know then, okay? We didn't know then, but 8 months later, it tells us a ton.
Well, I want to thank you for showing that video again because I caught some things, that and I'm glad you showed that video today, and you've made three great observations and points that that are very informative, and but yet on the other hand, very disturbing too. Law enforcement wasn't buying this abduction just hours after Summer disappeared. Uh-uh.
Leslie said within a few hours.
Yep. Yep.
Now, within a few hours, they had already figured out she didn't wander off in
Hmm.
the woods.
Yep.
Within a few, I mean, nah, no, no.
And I'm not
You
buying
watch
it
it
either.
again, and I mean, and you go through what they say. I mean, to what we know now, you're going to go. It blows my mind when I hear the early outtakes from this case, and I'm just like, oh wow, they pretty much already knew.
Yep. It was very telling, that video. Every time you watch one of these videos, there's something else that comes out. We've been dissecting this. Well, you have for 8 months. I got like 7 months. But we've been dissecting this for so long that pretty soon a person starts noticing patterns, behavior, statements. And when you start dissecting and looking at all of it, it paints a picture that's very disturbing. It does.
Especially when now, I mean, I know a lot of people talk about the WJHL interview with Dawn and Candace. Oh yeah, there's tons of stuff in there,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's more about how cohesive they are, partners in crime, and how they deal with each other. That was a big eye opener. Not gonna lie. But when you look at what law enforcement, because they did a press update almost every day, and
Hmm.
every day they seem to get more and more and more desperate, and every day they seem to get more and more not buying what they're selling. You heard Leslie say, based on the information we were provided. Well, who provided it?
Huh. Yeah, and how many times has it changed? That right there alone is enough to tell you that it wasn't an abduction.
Mm-hmm. And for people that are like, oh, she's the replay queen, she's just going to keep going over the old stuff. Well, prepare to be further bored.
Thank you for doing it, in my opinion.
Prepare to be further bored, because the beginning leads to the end. And that's what we're trying to
Yep.
get
I
to.
hope we keep dissecting these things and finding out more and more and more. That's fine with, in my opinion, and there's a lot of other people that agree with that. So you can be the replay queen. That's okay.
I actually kind of chuckled at that comment yesterday.
The replay queen.
It was pretty funny. I didn't
It
delete
is
it or
funny.
anything. I started laughing. I was like, that's pretty good.
There you go.
Kevin, let's
Yes, ma'am.
go and close this show down. Got 2 big shows tomorrow, guys. Do not miss them. Hit that sub button. Get reminded. I know a lot of people have been sending me some emails about, becoming mods and stuff like that. Definitely going to be adding new mods soon. So just let me know if you're interested. And
Yep.
I'm going to give the mic to you, Kev.
Yep. Smash the sub button, become a member, because it does take money to be a voice for these children. It sucks, but that's reality. YouTube isn't free. And it's very important to be a voice. It does, cost. So, and remember, if you have kids, tell them you love them. Give them a hug, give them a kiss, because you never know. Seriously, you don't. And if you don't have kids, tell a family member or members. If you don't have family members, tell your pets or pet. And if you don't have pets and you're all by yourself, tell yourself you're loved and tell yourself you can show love, because you can.
You got that right, buddy. And everybody here loves you. Not as
I
much
love
as
everybody else too.
Not as much as your wife's going to love you when she gets home and listens to the show and tells you to sleep on the couch, but that's okay.
Yeah, I might be spending the night outdoors. No.
That's okay. That's okay.
She's used to it. Living with me. Well, it's so funny because, we're just total opposites. But anyway.
Hey, sugar and spice makes everything nice. You know, Kev?
Yes, ma'am.
Well,
and thank you, Brooks, for your channel. And I want to thank everybody that was here today, too. I almost forgot that. Thank you for giving us a place to vent, Brooks. And I mean that.
No, I thank all of you guys for getting together every morning, catching the replay, talking in Discord, between shows, the emails, the comments, even the ones calling me the replay queen, because that shit was funny.
I'm going to have to do a thumbnail about that.
Please do. Please do.
I will.
The mod squad, can't ask for better mods. Mistakes do happen, guys. So if you get timed out or something, I will figure out the chat and make it where it moves so fast, but it's nothing personal. At this point, we all know each other, So hit that sub button, give us a like, drop a comment, send me an email, come see us on Facebook, talk to us in Discord. Best chat, best community on YouTube, and set your reminders. 2 shows tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.